3D path arrays. A 3D path array is similar to that of a 2D path array, except that we can go into create 3D arrangements, any rows, levels, combinations of them both. And the command we're going to use is called the array path. When we go up into the modified panel, and we go over here, hit the down arrow, we can go to path array. And now it says select objects to array. So down here, you can see I have a little light pole type thing going on. I'll do a window crossing, I'll select them both, I'll say enter. Now it says select the path curve. I'm going to pick on this spline, and boom, it automatically filled it with, it guessed at how many you want. Well, I can come up here and say, alright, I don't want to guess. I want to actually come in here and say, alright, I want to calculate here on what it is I want. And the first thing is, let's come down to, go to method. And the first thing we want to do is, do we want to divide it or do we want to measure? The first one we're going to do is we're going to divide it by 10 items. And we say, okay, how many items do we want? I want 10 items. And AutoCAD will then calculate how far in between each item. And you can see here that I have 10 equally spaced items. Okay? I could also then go down to the method and say I want to measure. And then on the measure then, I can say, oh, we have 1 rows and how many is in between each one? I can say, well, I want to go with a distance of 25. And I'll say how many, oops, sorry, well, not in rows, I don't want rows 25. I want my distance in between items at 25 rather. And I'll click over here. And now it put in every 25 we have a light pole. Okay, so and when I'm done, if I want associative, I want to add these again, I keep it associative, I close the array. Now at any time I want to come in, I just click on this item and I can come back and change this to anything I want. I come in and say, well, I really wanted to go with spreading them out over every 30. Alright, we'll change that. And now we get less of them because there's actually every 30 feet there's one on that spline. So the array path, very similar, except that we can have various items in here. When we click on it, we can go with the different levels, which is our Z direction. We can go with different rows, meaning they go out. I'll go with three rows, and I'll give it a little tighter here, 5 feet in between each one. And so now they go out in spokes like type thing, and so I didn't really like that. I'll go with 1. And so I can close this, and so here we have 3D path arrays, which we can align objects along a particular path curve.